Oh my god, you run in the snow? How do you do that? How could I do that? Is it even safe? Can you run in the snow? Of course you can. Unless you're just violently opposed to the cold or you happen to love running on the treadmill, there is nothing wrong with running in the snow. Now, if you're from Colorado, Montana, Canada, wherever, somewhere where it is very snowy for a lot of the year, this is gonna seem like a silly video, and if that's you, just, I don't know, go do something else for 3 minutes. But if you're in one of those places where it only snows occasionally and you're a little iffy about running in the snow, I'm here to tell you that it's perfectly safe and fine to do so, and hopefully I'll give you some tips to make it a little bit less frightening. Obviously, don't do anything dangerous or do anything to get yourself hurt, but if you're smart and stay safe, running in the snow can be quite fun. Let's talk about ice. Ice, ice, baby. I feel so dumb. Let's talk about ice. While you certainly can run on ice, I typically try to avoid it. I find that it's just not worth the extra risk of running on a slippery route that's mostly ice. I've fallen a number of times and it's just not worth it. I'm done with ice. Ice is canceled. If it's just snow, you're golden. On fresh snow that's not too deep, you can probably get away with just the tread that's on the bottom of a normal pair of trail running shoes. That's what you can see me running in right here. You really just want a little bit of traction to grab onto the snow with every step. If you're gonna be on something a little more technical, or maybe there's ice mixed in with the snow, or there's rocks, or it's just generally hard packed and slick, then I'd recommend having some additional traction on your shoes. A lot of people like to wear micro spikes. There's ice bugs, Yak Tracks, a lot of different brands. These just slip on over the outside of your shoes and act as kind of additional traction to grip onto snow and ice or whatever, and make you more sure of your footing on places where otherwise your footsteps would be. I tend to run Yak Tracks into the ground. You can see me running on a pair of Yak Tracks on icy, snowy trails right here. I find that they tend to break down somewhat quickly just because of how much I use them. So I resorted to other means. What you can see here is me screwing sheet metal screws into the bottom of my trail shoes. Exactly the same idea as micro spikes, except these are kind of built in. I find that this makes for a smoother, comfier ride, and I don't feel like I'm lugging around, you know, that additional layer of the Yak Tracks, which can sometimes feel a bit cumbersome. So there you have it. The name of the game is really just traction, and you can get that in a few different ways depending on how much snow there is. The only time that I won't run in the snow is if it's fresh and there's 2 feet of snow that's been unadulterated by anyone else's footsteps or any other bike tracks or anything like that. It just becomes very difficult to run in that much snow because you literally have snow up to your knees and you're struggling to run 15-minute miles, and that's just no fun. So to recap, fresh snow that's not too deep, I'll just wear regular old pair of trail shoes. Stuff that's a little bit more hard packed and maybe there's going to be rocks and ice thrown in there and I need extra traction, I'll either use Yak Tracks or ice bugs, or my kind of personal preference is the machine screws in the bottom of my shoes. That's really it. You know, dress for the weather, dress for the temperature that it is. Don't do anything stupid, but traction is the name of the game. Yes, you can run in the snow. It's totally safe. I allow you to run in the snow. You have my blessing. You have my permission.